According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, smoking cigarettes is the #1 cause of preventable disease, yet approximately 15.5% of American adults were actively smoking as of 2016. As consumers, our perception of tobacco and other nicotine products is highly influenced by their media representation. This video explores how distinct differences in purpose among producers of nicotine-related ads affect the rhetorical choices made in production. Rhetorical factors like message content, appeal type, and media channel are determined in part by the specific motives driving tobacco promotion, e-cigarette ads, and anti-smoking PSAs. Obviously, the primary goal of advertising for tobacco companies is to increase revenue. However, the nature of the product presents a unique dilemma. As current smokers die or quit smoking and the public becomes more knowledgeable about the consequences of tobacco use, Big Tobacco has had to focus its efforts on retention of current customers. Big Tobacco's other main priority in advertising is compliance with laws regulating its marketing activities. How and where tobacco products are promoted is strictly regulated by the FDA. Tobacco products have been banned from most traditional media channels, and the settlement of the U.S. versus Philip Morris case prohibits the use of verbiage that suggests harm reduction. In fact, all packaging and advertising is required to display a warning label, a reluctant appeal to logos not to purchase the product. These two factors have caused a steep decline in printed tobacco ads. According to the Federal Trade Commission's 2016 reports on cigarettes and smokeless tobacco, the majority of promotional expenditures by major U.S. tobacco companies went to point-of-sale promotion. This includes incentives paid to retailers to ensure prominent display of the brand, discounts to wholesalers to keep final retail prices low, in-package coupons, and loyalty programs. While the FDA has tightened its grip on the advertising practices of traditional tobacco, it hasn't quite caught up to e-cigs. While research on the health effects of e-cig use is ongoing, a study published by the Tobacco Regulatory Science Group earlier this year acknowledged e-cigs to be less harmful than traditional tobacco, and identified this and the ability to smoke anywhere as the two most commonly used marketing messages in e-cig promotion. Another study led by Dr. Regine Hardorfer at Emory University identified 4 top U.S. e-cig brands' affiliation with Big Tobacco and explored the relationship between this and marketing message. He found that brands owned by a parent tobacco company chose to emphasize the user's ability to smoke anywhere while avoiding suggesting e-cigs as a tobacco replacement. Meanwhile, Enjoy used the replacement approach almost exclusively. Watch these ads from Blue and Enjoy and you'll see what I mean.
For us smokers, times have changed. But with Blue, we can still be ourselves. After all, this country was founded on free will. Embrace it. Chase it. Blue e-cigs. Take back your freedom.
You know what the most amazing thing about this cigarette is? It isn't one. Introducing the Enjoy King, the first electronic cigarette with the look, feel, and flavor of the real thing. Finally, smokers have a real alternative. New Enjoy King. With cigarettes, you've met your match.
In the first ad, you may have recognized actor Stephen Dorff. This is one of the few e-cig commercials to use celebrity endorsement. In fact, the data in Hardorfer's study shows that only 2 ads out of 84 featured a celebrity, both of which were for Blue. The infrequency of celebrity endorsement in e-cig ads may be attributed to the inconclusive research on the risks of e-cig use. Regardless, a 2013 study published by the Journal of Global Marketing found that only about 10.5% of all commercials aired in the U.S. in 2010 featured a celebrity, suggesting that celebrity endorsement is simply not a preferred advertising strategy in the U.S. I found this to be true in some of the most memorable anti-smoking campaigns of the past 20 years, with the exception of this one.
Don't let me throw it down. Don't let me throw it down.
Here, Truth uses a sort of anti-celebrity endorsement technique, shaming famous smokers for their habit. Otherwise, Tips, Truth, and Finish It use very similar methods to one another. Unlike promoters of tobacco products, producers of anti-smoking PSAs have the advantage of a large volume of scientific evidence and statistics to support their purpose, and most PSAs use a primarily logos-based appeal. Ads of the Truth campaign are well known for their use of statistics to educate the audience. The featured facts often portray Big Tobacco as an evil, soulless, greedy entity for the audience to hate, creating an appeal to pathos alongside the appeal to logos. The ads of the Tips campaign also rely primarily on an appeal to logos and pathos, but use a slightly different method. Instead of statistics, the appeal to logos is in the campaign's real-life display of the results of long-term tobacco use. This campaign's appeal to pathos is based in fear rather than anger. This campaign features the stories of former smokers, including Terry, who made an appearance in multiple ads before the campaign revealed that she died of smoking-related cancer. The use of names and telling of personal stories of regret, and especially of Terry's death, are making an appeal to pathos to help the viewer sympathize and connect to the message personally. One distinction of PSAs from general ads is the call to action. The purpose of a PSA is usually not only to inform, but to implore the viewer to make a behavioral change or take specific action to work toward a universally promoted cause. So basically, the purpose of anti-smoking campaigns in recent years has been to educate and dispel myths about smoking, to implore viewers to take various actions against tobacco, and often to discredit Big Tobacco. As such, the rhetorical execution of these commercials is largely based in appeals to pathos and logos through dramatic presentation of shocking facts. Big Tobacco's motive in advertising is to build brand loyalty and comply with the regulations set forth by the FDA. As a result, ads for these products consist mostly of point-of-sale promotion produced with limited rhetorical agency. Those with subsidiary e-cig companies aim to win back former customers with e-cigs. E-cig companies owned by Big Tobacco promote e-cigs as a supplement to tobacco rather than a replacement. Conversely, e-cig companies independent from the tobacco industry aim to take customers from Big Tobacco, so their commercials almost exclusively emphasize replacement of tobacco with e-cigs. It just goes to show that you can't truly comprehend a message without first understanding the entity behind it.